This is Sean Plouffe from Hitterish.com. Today we're going to talk about swinging down and the thought process of major leaguers and coaches and how it relates to their game swing. Here we're taking a look at Alex Rodriguez, and you can see in this first clip he's explaining to swing down to hit the ball up. So you see the trajectory of the bat here. He's really emphasizing you have to take the bat down. And then it shows the game swing here. And you see the path of the bat here. Now, I really wish that these matched up and we could all agree with each other and really give players the right message as we're developing them. And I wish we all agreed, but I can't look at this video and agree with swinging down. Mainly because I know what swing down means if taken literally, and here's an example of that. This is what swing down and this is what the demonstration looks like, and players really struggle with this. I mean they're taught to spin and swing down, and what happens is they end up coming across the baseball and they don't get the bat behind the ball basically ever. And to really maximize our success as a baseball player, we need to get the barrel behind the ball for as long as possible. And it doesn't matter if we're trying to hit home runs or line drives. The bat needs to be behind the ball. And that just makes a lot of sense to me. And it makes sense when you look at the video. So I understand that as a thought process, we want to be direct and we want to be short to the ball and all these things. Here's Harper with his process. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a short swing in theory, but this path of the bat here never gets behind the ball. So when we're describing what happens in a swing, we need to be a little bit more detailed and really start to describe what actually happens in the video. Here's Don Mattingly at a coach's clinic, I assume. And he's really emphasizing the thought to swing down. And again, if the ball were to come at him, theoretically 10 degrees down, his bat is never behind this ball until his contact point. Ted Williams stated in his book in 1971 to swing slightly up to match the plane of the oncoming pitch. Let's take a look here at Don Mattingly in a game swing. I apologize for the quality. And this is the difference, and it's a very big difference when we're talking about hitting and how to have success as a hitter. Obviously in the game swing, look, his barrel is behind the ball and it stays behind the ball. This is a really nice swing. His bat matches his shoulder plane. And in the swing on the left, not only is it not behind the ball, but it's also across the ball. It's as if the pitch is coming from first base. And I'll be doing a video on that as well. Because you can come across the ball horizontally, which he does, but also from pitcher to catcher. His bat and his hands leave the zone early because you're pushing the hands forward and down. And like I said, that doesn't happen in his game swing. That's part of why he was as successful as he was. This is a drill that you'll commonly see at practices. It's the Tootsie Drill. And it's really emphasizing that swing down type of path. I still see major leaguers today doing this drill. And it's not a good drill. It's the opposite of what we want as a hitter in our game swing. And I understand we want to not pop the ball up. I'm all for that, and we'll talk about that in a second. But in order to not pop the ball up and hit line drives, the bat needs to be behind the ball. And this is practicing getting the barrel not behind the ball. I don't know any other way to say it. Let's take a look at Miguel Cabrera here. This is about as far as you can spread these tees out. And part of why he is successful is because his bat path clips this back tee back here, where his bat's behind the ball for as long as possible. This is a concept that I've, understood for years, and it really surprises me to even hear anybody continue to say swing down, because to me it's such an obvious thing. Here's a player who made it to the big leagues and struggled to hit because he's actually taking this literally and swinging down, and you could see the bat come across the plane of the pitch here. He's not maximizing his ability to make square contact whatsoever. And you see the swing jump to the front foot, earlier than most people. And that's part of what happens here. It's not just a matter of matching playing with the pitch. It's also how the body works, and it really messes things up. Here's Bryce Harper, who's an advocate of swinging down, or used to be. I don't know his stance on it today, but here's him coming down and across the ball, and you can see where the ball goes. Hopefully, I'll try to stop it here. The ball's going almost straight up, and he swung down, and the ball went straight up. And this is how pop-ups are hit. This is how this happens. We come down and across the ball, and you can see his swing level out, but it doesn't come close to matching the plane of this pitch. And this is a pop-up. And here's another example of him where he didn't swing down. So for some guys, it's not an every swing type of thing. This ball's squared up and hit a long way. Here's another clip of Harper squaring up the baseball. Look at the bat get behind the ball. See how that works? And here we go, bat flip. It's that easy. Take a look at Ted Williams here. Again, this is as far as you can spread these tees out. And you can see the bat clip this tee back in here. That doesn't mean we're collapsing or dropping our hands or anything like that. It's simply that the barrel of the bat gets behind the baseball. And most guys do that by tilting their shoulders. So you'll see them tilt down in here and the bat get behind the ball. So the bat doesn't get below the shoulder plane. You just tilt the shoulders, and the bat and the shoulders stay on the same plane. You can make contact. And here's what the contact position looks like. This is Nolan Arenado hitting a ball 471 feet. And you can see that the shoulders have tilted, and the upper body is tilted to get the barrel behind the ball. So this is what it should look like. And again, this isn't just to hit home runs. This isn't just to lift the ball. This is to hit line drives and hit them consistently. So hopefully this video cleared some things up for you and helps you out. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Again, this has been Sean Plouffe from Hitterish.com. Catch you next time.